Let's do it. All right. We'll begin with Southmoreland. And in a low-scoring affair that saw just 2 touchdowns, Avery Darnell's fourth down conversion, I should say, was a massive swing in favor of the Scotties as he extended their lead over Mount Pleasant in the first quarter, not the fourth, the first, with Dan and John Bainbridge capturing that sequence.
See if Mount Pleasant can keep Southmoreland out of the end zone. Wolf with the snap, the handoff, Darnell right side, and Darnell into the end zone for the touchdown. Avery Darnell, a touchdown run of 5 yards, and the Scotties score again.
That was a beautiful cut by Darnell, just on a dime, planted his right foot and got square into the end zone. Southmoreland has nice skill players all over the place. Receivers, backs, quarterback, tight ends, linebackers, linemen. They got athletes everywhere.
Great point there by Coach Bainbridge. You know, Southmoreland is led by a number of guys, not just 1 or 2 go-to guys. Yeah, I mean, Jackson Mickens, Darnell brothers, maybe they kind of factor in there, Dawson Wolf. But see, I'm already naming like 4 or 5 guys right there. So it's a real team effort. They have a lot of good players.
Stanley Betters.
Southmoreland. Yeah, you can keep going on and on. Chapman's been a monster. You said Betters. Yeah, so it really is a team effort over there in Elverton.
We will continue plays of the week with Franklin Regional, and it was a tough night for the Panthers, but the defense provided a highlight with an incredible play by Caden Farrell to put FR on the board, with Jonathan Whaley and Sean Benjamin calling the action.
Luke Smith, that's all I got to say. Now the quarterback under pressure gets it out. Oh, and it's intercepted at the 5-yard line. Touchdown! A pick 6. If Franklin Regional's on the board, and it looks like that was number 20 for Franklin Regional, and that was Caden Farrell, a sophomore, with a 5-yard pick 6. Franklin Regional's on the board.
Desmond looked like he was just throwing it down on a quick wide receiver screen there, but read nicely.
Caden Farrell.
Yeah, Caden Farrell read that perfect. Stepped in front, put a hand up, and took it into the end zone. Big play.
Oh, I love it, man. A little bit of excitement there for the Franklin Regional fans and the players. Down 24-0. Even though they get that touchdown, they're still probably not really back into the game, but definitely some excitement there for the Panther Stadium.
Yeah, everyone loves a pick 6, no doubt, even if it comes in a setback, which ultimately was the case, because we now shift to the other side of that game, and that's Penn Trafford, because tonight belonged to the Warriors, and in particular, it belonged to Ben Grabowski. His 3rd score of the opening half gave PT an insurmountable lead, with JW and Sean highlighting the powerful run.
Twins to the far side, single receiver short. Back moves from the far side to the near side. And the quarterback is going to run it up the middle, and he busts through. He's at the 30. He's going to get down to the 20, down to the 10, 5, touchdown. 45-yard touchdown by guess who? Number 8, Ben Grabowski.
That time, same as what they did on the other side earlier in the first quarter. They put Jamison Yurt in the backfield with him, swap sides, ran it to the right there, and Ben Grabowski just breaking tackles. If you see him and Jamison Yurt in the backfield at the same time, you better believe that ball's coming at you.
All right, and it was. And Ben Grabowski having a sensational first half, coming off an outstanding effort.
Not a bad night at the office for Benjamin Grabowski. 4 attempts, 3 touchdowns, including, as you mentioned, that powerful run right there. And ever since halftime of that Gateway game, I think Ben is back.
Yeah, he looks healthy again. He looks 100%. We'll continue plays of the week with Dairy Area, and the Trojans started their game against Greensburg-Salem with a bang. I think we mentioned that before, because they wasted no time in finding the end zone on a long connection. Anthony Sacco to Carson Wires as John Flickinger and Bob Lasinski captioned the big pass.
He'll be up here joining us in the booth a bit. He's a sports anchor. As Anthony's going to throw on first down, he wants to go deep. Pretty good coverage, and the pass is caught, and it's Wires, and Wires is going to score on the first play of the game. He outreached the defender, McCreary, and Carson Wires has a touchdown for the Trojans. It's 6-0 right off the bat.
Yeah, that was great coverage, John, as you mentioned, and Sacco put the ball right on the money. Nice catch by Wires, and 65 yards later, the Trojans were on the board, and I think that took everybody by surprise. As we mentioned, the Trojans trouble passing, but great job.
Well, that play, I think they had everyone fooled. Even like my brother was like, oh, they're going to throw it on first down, the first play of the game, and perfect pass. And that set the tone for the Trojans, I think, offensively, even though Max Doherty ended up chewing up a lot of yards on the ground with his 3 touchdowns.
And by the way, how good do you feel as a coach when you design that first play of the game and it works to perfection for a touchdown like that?
Yeah, they talked about that play going into the game. It wasn't just like, oh, what are we going to run first here? I'm sure that was something that was designed in practice during the week.
No doubt. We'll wrap up plays of the week on the other side with Greensburg-Salem, because it was only fitting that the Golden Lions, Latrey Derry, had a breakout game against Derry. In addition to a pair of rushing scores, he produced a highlight reel kickoff return to keep his team hanging around in the fourth quarter with John and Bob on the call.
Yep. The old 1570 WQTW. And it's Derry on the return, and Derry has a seam, and he gets outside. Oh, no! Latrey Derry takes it up the sideline. And like I said, you have to be careful. Oh, my. Well, we got a good old-fashioned shootout here. Touchdown, Latrey Derry. Some 70-plus yards, I believe, on that touchdown return on the kickoff.
Yeah, I gave him 85.
Oh, okay, my fault. I didn't see exactly where he caught it.
Between the 15 and 20.
Great return there by Latrey Derry. I'm sure my brother had a little bit of fun with that throughout the game as he kind of kept Greensburg-Salem within earshot of Derry, but the Trojans were able to kind of put the game away there in the fourth quarter. I know you were ready to complete plays of the week, Sean, but
I said finally. That means it's the last one.
But guess what? I'm going to continue plays of the week. Is that all right? Can I do it real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I know I did this once earlier this season. I just hijacked your special segment here.
Well, that was when someone got their pants pulled off, I think.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, this didn't happen this week. I don't think. I don't remember that, and I think I would remember. But I got to give a shout out to our man Ty Warwick, who, first of all, we mentioned all the good players for Southmoreland. Ty's in that conversation as well. But he watches our plays of the week every week. He watches our Gridiron show every week. I've talked to him after the last couple times we were at Southmoreland. He wants to be a broadcaster. So
we interviewed him before the season, too.
We did. That's right, at the training camp preview. So I told him, because we didn't fit in one of the plays of the week earlier in the year when he had a one-handed catch, I told him that I would include his interception to kind of ice the game against Mount Pleasant. We'd put that in plays of the week. So let's go to it right now. This is Ty Warwick's interception against the Vikings. Firmstone with Brooks in motion. He's going to step up. He takes a hit. He throws one right down the middle of the field, and it's intercepted. Ty Warwick, though, makes the interception.
That was a heck of a catch. Outstanding, but 4th and 15.
Just knock it down, right?
Knock it down.
So Ty Warwick makes the pick. We saw Ty make an interception a couple of weeks ago when we were here for Southmoreland's win over Ringgold. All right, there you have it, Ty. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you watching every single week. Appreciate you being a great kid. And hopefully, Sean, he said he wants to kind of shadow whenever he has time. He plays basketball, football, but he's trying to shadow some broadcasts here coming up. So whenever he has time, he's going to be joining us a little bit.
Maybe a Southmoreland softball season.
That would be probably a good time to do it.
All right. Well, that'll do it for Plays of the Week.